Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Slope Club. We're here for another album discussion video. You know how we do. Boy's not here this time. Oh
That's a
man, so
first.
I don't think it's a first, but I think it's a second maybe.
That's a second.
Oh, just like the amount of episodes I've been in, huh? Probably.
Oh.
Almost true.
You brought that on yourself, bro. I don't keep
Anyway,
track. We don't keep track.
I am RJ, and I'm joined here today. You can hear them talking already. We got Tron, Josh, and Swole Taku, my boy Jimmy. Tonight we're going to be talking about a group called amiinA, and we're going to talk about their second album called Discovery. amiinA, they are a duo, which I think that might be a first for the show, doing an idol duo.
Yeah, I think it is.
Right?
I'm like standing
I know, yeah.
I think it is.
Like,
We've done single people.
Right? I'm trying to think of all of them, like
groups.
going through.
that sounds right.
Going through, first duo. That's pretty. That's pretty odd. I mean, it's usually either soloist or trio. You don't see a lot of duos. I mean, I can only count the number of duos I know, like on one hand.
Yeah, I could count like 3 right now. Yeah.
And some of them you have to go back to like the 70s and shit for that. So, anyway, they were a duo, but the group had 3 members because one graduated and then another replaced it. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about their second album, Discovery, which was released almost 2 years ago, exactly dating this recording, in December of 2018. Their second full-length album. Pretty cool shit. Have you guys heard of amiinA before?
I have not.
Never.
I've heard of Sato amiinA, but not the group.
Oh yeah, that turkey leg.
Turkey leg. Dude.
Give it,
No, this is,
give it to me.
This
No,
is
I'm not
different.
familiar with
This
it.
is amiinA.
Yeah, two eyes.
No, I've never heard the group.
amiinA. That's cool. So I guess I'm the only one that's heard of them.
Yeah. So how did you hear about them, RJ?
I think I was just getting music randomly. Like I was just looking for new stuff because I like to try out new things. I like to try out new music. I love music. So I think I was just kind of getting things randomly, like totally judging a book by its cover. I was just like, oh, this album cover looks cool. Let me listen to it. Didn't even know they were idols. I think I just got it and I was, oh man, this is cool shit. And then listen to it, dig in some more, and then find out they're an idol group, etc., etc. And I've just been listening to them ever since. And that was back with their first album, Avalon, which was 2016, I think. But yeah, and then I just kind of became a fan of them. I actually did catch a set of theirs 1 year while I was in Japan, which was pretty cool. So unfortunately, this group disbanded earlier this year. Earlier this year in May, they peaced out, man. I don't know what happened, but obviously I wasn't that much of a fan. Otherwise, I would have known that before we started recording this. But
Didn't you suggest the album?
Yeah, I was like,
man.
oh man, I'm really feeling this album. Let me look up this group. Disbanded in May. I'm like, word, okay, all right.
So treasure what you guys got. 2 albums, mini album, some singles here and there. But yeah, they formed back in 2012, so they were around for quite a while, 8 years.
That's a long time for an underground idol group.
Yeah, and I want to say they were about that old when they started, 12 years old and stuff. So I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe they're just like, all right, man, we've been doing this for all of our formative
I've
years.
had enough, dude. I want to be
an adult.
I want to be a real boy.
I'm gonna cash in my 401k and just retire and live on the good life.
So I would say that this group has a pretty, I don't want to say unique style, but they've got like this alt rock, indie rock kind of style to them, which I really dig. I like that kind of music. So I don't know about what you guys felt about overall.
I got the same vibes too. Yeah, I think one of the songs definitely has this theme, but I kind of heard it throughout the course of the album. Maybe it's just me, but like it has like this like folk sound to it, like this EDM folk sound, which is very like whimsical sounding. And I dig the vibes off the album itself. There's definitely some good songs in here. Do we all just want to jump into our favorite song?
Let's jump in. Let's jump into it.
Let's dive right in.
Do we all have the favorite song? I don't know. I think we have.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, why are all of your favorite songs Caravan?
Caravan. Yes, me and Jimmy are on the same page. I thought we were all on the same page. That's why I threw it out there.
But it is a standout because it is,
Okay, so me and Jimmy are on the boat.
It's the fucking,
Why are me and you right and RJ and Josh right? Let's continue.
That fucking Celtic pub song, dude.
Yeah,
what's not to like?
I was just listening to this. I was like, okay, all right, we're getting some like indie rock EDM vibes. I'm down with this album. And all of a sudden, like the banjos start playing. You get like a bagpipe or something. Yeah, I'm like, wait. Why is there a Flogging Molly song inside of my idol album?
We got Yeehaw here. Right?
Jimmy started doing a jig and shit. Oh man,
that right there was just like song of the year. Add the Yeehaw.
It is super fun, man. Like we said, all the accordions and all the wind instruments. You got like those pan flutes and shit going on. There. Oh yeah, dude, it's really fun. And then you get those chants on the choruses and stuff. Perfect crowd participation. So I can see why it would be your favorite. It's not mine, but I do like it quite a bit because it's hella fun, man.
Dude, it is so fun. I genuinely like this more than I like most Celtic punk songs, dude.
Well, most Celtic punk songs don't have cute Japanese girls singing them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've never wanted to go like just get completely shit faced at a tavern to like an idol song before, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to go drinking. I wanted to like ride my skateboard, crash into a wall, break a bone, and just like have a friend carry me into the hospital while listening to this song, dude.
It's like you pop up to the blood gushing out. You're just like, dude, I need a Guinness.
Yeehaw, dude. Yeehaw.
This song is great. I think the best part, I think Jimmy kind of alluded to it. It came out left field, so I don't know. I listened to some of the previous stuff, and I feel like this kind of song theme is in previous.
This is
songs.
the only one that sounds like this, man.
I could have sworn I heard something from the previous album that sounded similar. But anyways, it came out left field, like completely at left field once you get to this track. I'm like, where is this coming from, and why? And I like it.
And it comes pretty early on in the album. It's it's like the fourth track or something. So they lull you in. You're like, oh yeah, let me hear some of this. Like we said, some indie rock shit, maybe a little EDM vibe in there, and then bam, hit you with the fucking accordion.
Mm-hmm. And especially from the song before, because the song before is a little bit more relaxed, and then this song, it's like, all right, we're ready.
Yeah, Sign is a very kind of like whimsy, right? Like, okay, this whole album in general, I feel is very like atmospheric indie rock.
That's exactly what I have in my notes. Atmospheric indie, atmospheric for sure.
And so it's just you go from that, and you're like, oh, look at these, listen to these strings, dude. All the pads really taking me to a place, dude. And then
So since you mentioned it, let's just jump into Sign since we're already right there.
It's one of the better like idol electronic songs, I think. Like Jimmy mentioned.
Yeah, man. It's really cool. It's got, like Jimmy was saying, it's pretty chill and calm, and it's got all the strings, and everything. I like how it kind of starts out not minimalist, but it starts out like pretty chill and calm, right? A little quiet. You have all the strings and the various little twinkles, synths here and there. The chime wash, and then as it gets to the first chorus, it starts to build a little, right?
Yeah, you hear the drums start to kind of come in a little slowly, like.
And then as the second verse starts, you kind of get the bass comes in, and all the sounds just sound a little more full, a little deeper and everything. And then it all just kind of comes together, and then it never quite gets to like a crescendo. Like nothing ever comes crashing down or anything. But it has this really nice build up to it, and I think it works really well.
Yeah, for sure. Like the more electronic vibe later on. And like you said, I wrote down exactly. There's no like real big hits or anything, but like I feel like at the end of it, you're like, yeah, this paid off, like through the whole journey.
Yeah.
I see how some people because some people will wait for the drop, right? You're rising, you want that falling action. I could see how some people might not enjoy that just because there isn't as big a payoff, I think, as you might be expecting. But I feel like it just works together.
I feel like this is one of the songs that it's more about like painting a scene. You know what I mean? Like some songs kind of have like a narrative. I feel like as far as like the structure, right? Like it's like, okay, here's the journey I want to take you on from from verse to chorus to second verse to second chorus, bridge, whatever, right? This song, I feel like it's more about building upon itself. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it just kind of keeps adding to little flourishes here to like kind of make the scene more vibrant, if that makes any sense.
No, I mean, like it's one of the better like idol electronic songs like I mentioned before. I think there's a couple songs that kind of have the same theme, like electronic EDM vibes that are in this album, but I think this is one of the better ones that pulls it off. So overall, pretty solid song.
All right, can we go into the one that I like the most?
Yes, Josh, what is your favorite track?
Jubilee.
Oh, that's my least favorite. All right, let's go, Mr. Box.
That's pretty middle of the road, dude.
Let's fight, Mr. Box. No, I'm just kidding. Well, explain why you like it, and then I'll give my thoughts on it later. But let's start positive.
So for me, this is one that like it's really low energy compared to some of the other songs. Like, well, of course not like Sign or anything, but for me, it's kind of like more of like a cruising song, if that makes sense. Like for me, it's kind of like what I imagine here is you're going down the road in a convertible. The rooftops down, you're just driving by, and then you just kind of like bopping your head to this song. And I think in my head, when I imagine that, it accomplishes it. And that's the reason why I like it. I like a lot of these songs, and I think some of them are I like them more. Like I always like juggle between these because I really enjoyed this album. And there's ones that top over ones when I listen to it, and then I listen to it again, and then a different one I like. But for right now, Jubilee is the one that I like.
Interesting.
Cruising down the road, because like I definitely think it's middle of the road. So that's a good analogy right there. Songs are okay, not too interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I as far as like general concept of the song, I agree with Tron. But I can see why Josh Box likes it. It's definitely not a bad song. It's just kind of more of like, it depends on what your flavor you're going for, right? Like, do you want something chocolate? Do you want vanilla, right? It's like, there's no right or wrong when it comes to like, oh, do I like the concept or not? What made it my least favorite was like, I feel like there was something weird with the mixing. Like the fidelity.
Is it actually your least favorite?
Yeah, because it got ruined for me because, and I tried it with like different headphones, different speakers. There's something in the distortion in the guitar that's really abrasive to me.
Oh, that reverb thing. I thought that was kind of cool. It had like this reverb sound that was like prevalent throughout the song that I kind of like enjoyed. Maybe it was just, that's the only redeeming factor.
It's only when the guitar, the distorted guitar comes in, and it's like this like.
Oh, they have this little this little high pitched noise that's an instrument included with the guitar. I think that's what you're talking about.
Oh, see,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's in it, but it's like, oh my gosh,
it kind of sounds staticky, like a high static, like
it's almost like a wet fart, dude.
Alrighty.
Like, I don't know. I get that this was like, okay, this just wasn't made for James. That's fine, but it just made listening to that song very not enjoyable of an experience for me.
So it's not my favorite, but I do enjoy the song. And for me, I don't know, it's weird because like Josh's vibe for it is like completely different from my vibe for it. I actually found it like very uplifting, kind of. And I just like in my head, I have this image of some like when they do the your boy, I just have them like fists raised in the air, kind of stance, and they just like bopping their head. I think it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple song. I mean, there's like 2 lines in the whole song, 2-3 lines in the whole song. They just keep repeating over and over. And it's more about the feel of the music, which I think Josh was kind of going for with what he was talking about. So while I don't think it's, anything spectacular, I do enjoy it. And
what's your favorite song of the RJ?
My favorite song is Unicorn.
Ooh, so good.
All right. Unicorn is my favorite song. I think the instrumentation is just a really great mix of the alt rock, indie rock vibes we were talking about, plus kind of like this EDM-ish festival DJ thing going on, almost like a festival DJ, but he's DJing an alt rock track kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird, if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
But it just really works for me. There's all these really nice build-ups and crashes and the stuff on the chorus that it just works really well for me, and I get like this just overall sense of just like music, just like let's just enjoy all of this music happening. That's kind of why I dig that track.
I think we all get prepared to do these videos differently. So for me, one of the things I do is that, or what my usual process is that like I play the album at least a couple times, just kind of like not really focused listening, right? Like I just have it on while I do stuff. And then whenever a song catches my attention, then I'll like make a note of it, right? And so obviously Caravan was the first one to do that for obvious reasons. But this was the other song that really caught my eye on my passive listen. It really stood out. Like I don't know, as far as like the musicality of it, like what RJ was saying. I don't know, I feel like this was their most put together song. You know what I mean? Like it had like the most different layers and the most dynamics, things like that. It just made like the entire experience very like you didn't get tired of the song at all, right?
Did anyone hear the song and then think the slow podcast intro at the very beginning? Am I the only one?
I had to listen to it again.
That's just you, dude.
Okay, that's just me. Okay.
I had to listen to it again. So it didn't hit me, but
that's just
if
your
you're
narcissism.
saying so. Yeah, you're pretty hyped for this song, Josh, right? What did you like it so much?
Yeah. This song was really good. Like I like how it goes like from melodic to like very staccato like in the melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. And then like at the end there's this nice payoff with that staccato-ness of it. And I think it's such a unique blend of like the two different kinds and then giving you something you didn't anticipate but liking. Just really good.
The way the drum hits with the staccato parts too, where it's just doof 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 doof. I'm like, ooh. It's like one of those songs that just kind of gets you like amped up, Like, but like, I don't know, it's such a nice build up because it's like the beginning isn't that vibe at all,
No, yeah. I think the best part for me was the chorus. I think the chorus is pretty hype.
Yeah, I think the chorus really pulls you in. So
this is one of the songs I wrote down I want to see live, but now we can't.
ooh, yeah.
Well, it's funny though because like if you look at their, I don't know why I dug into this, but like I looked up their Twitter and their Twitter is still pretty active. They're still doing like random shows on their Twitter, like so. I'm like maybe Josh, we shall see. I don't know.
Any other songs stuck out to you guys?
For me, I think I really enjoyed Rising.
Oh yeah, dude, Rising's a good one.
Like the good like rock guitar intro in the beginning, electric guitar, and then just like when the
oh,
melody
because Tron vibes with me with that Midwest emo post hardcore stuff.
Yeah,
that's why, dude, my man.
Yeah, Rising to me is very on brand. Like it's very like what we've been saying, like all this kind of indie alt sound. And I don't know if you guys know the band Straightener, Japanese rock band.
No.
I wish Boy was here for this.
Yeah.
Boy's like, I know that. He's watching it right now on YouTube.
Like when I listen to this song, it's a Straightener song, man. So maybe Tron, maybe you'd like Straightener, which they're one of my favorite bands. So maybe you should check them out. But I can just, as the song plays, like I can just clearly hear fucking Horie, that's the lead singer. I can just hear him singing instead of the girls. Like it just sounds like such a Straightener song.
They should just they should do a cover.
Yeah, they should. Maybe they produced it. Maybe that's why. I have no idea. But I love how everything kind of comes together on the chorus. Like everything just bam comes together, fucking just rage and rocking on the chorus, and then it just kind of all dies out right when it goes away. I don't know that kind of whole like fluctuation thing. You guys can't see me. I'm doing some fucking hand movement. The whole fluctuation thing just really works for me. I think it's fucking fire. I'm actually really dude. I'm really glad that Tron likes this. I really wanted to listen to Straightener.
I think this is one of the better songs that showcases the girls' vocals. They're really good singers, and I think this one is just one of the better songs that showcases that. But I think it's probably top 3 for sure. Definitely top 3 for me.
I think if it was just the straight rock sound, I wouldn't like it as much. But since it has that variability and like goes kind of spacey a little bit, I think it was definitely needed in order.
Yeah, very atmospheric still, right?
Yeah. And if it was just straight rock, I feel like I wouldn't like it. Like it'd be kind of typical. But in this case, it twisted it up a little where I did enjoy it.
What did you guys think of Nana?
I wish it wasn't in the middle of the album, dude. That's one of my dude. Okay, I like Nana a lot. I just wish it wasn't where it was in the album. That's my only gripe.
It has the folky sound to it, right? So another song that has like that folky vibe with like it doesn't go hard as Caravan, but has that folk vibe that I was really.
Well, see, like to me, Caravan is a Celtic song, right? It's like a Celtic punk song.
It's a Celtic punk song. This is like a folk lullaby, dude.
Nana is straight up folk duo. It's fucking, they're sitting there with their acoustic guitars, and one of them whips out that recorder for whatever reason. So fucking good, dude.
What if this song came after Sign and before Caravan? Would that have woken you up with Caravan?
No, I feel like this is like a towards the end of the album kind of song.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I wish Rising was where Nana was. If they flipped the script.
Okay, yeah, that could work. That could work.
Yeah.
And I think On Nana, I think the vocals are really showcased well too. Because I mean, it's just an acoustic guitar and a little bit of recorder here and there. So I think the vocals shine really well on Nana.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that when Tron said that Rising was a really good showcase of the vocals, which I definitely agree. It made me think of Nana because I feel like Nana is also in that same vein.
Did anyone get Negiko vibes from this song a little?
If I listen to Negiko more, maybe.
Little bit.
Any other underwhelming songs?
Underwhelming?
Yeah, for me, it's between Eve. I just go for Eve. Eve is probably the least.
Oh man, Eve's my second favorite song on this album.
I was gonna say I like Eve a lot
Yeah,
too.
dude.
It's too slow pace for me, man.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's why Nana
yeah.
should have been by Eve, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, because it's the cool down song, dude. It's the cool down, you know.
You know me, I need that high energy, dude.
I really vibe on that fucking trip hoppy, glitchy down tempo shit. That's like one of my favorite genres. So this just hits all my buttons, dude. It's really all these really light touches, the piano, the strings, the acoustic guitar that you can't even tell is there, really. The breakdown where everything kind of just converges in like this kind of wall of light sounds, however that works. It just works really nice to me. So I think if you like that kind of stuff, this song works really well. Which Tron does like more of a up tempo kind of thing. So
Yeah, he's been consistently saying he doesn't like any of the slow songs. So
I feel like this has one of my favorite instrumentals in any song. You know, like the piano kind of takes the lead there. And it's just like it's like nothing really fancy. It's just like that slow climb, you know, you know, whatever, right? But it's just it just like I don't know, yeah, it's like what RJ was saying, it just really hits those notes. You know, you're just like feel so uplifted, dude.
meanwhile, Tron's over here like.
No, I think like I said, I think it was just the placement of the song is kind of like because before that was Magic, which I enjoy the energy of that song. It just felt like a little bit like mismatch between where you put in the album. But yeah, I think it's just me. Like I prefer my other songs to be nice and hype and good energy. And like there are some slow songs that I do enjoy, but it's kind of a rarity. And if it's done very well, that's subjective, right? Done well, like in my eyes, I can enjoy it. But yeah, this one just didn't really hit for me. It didn't really connect with me, unfortunately. So I was also gonna say like Discovery is also another one that was like super long. It's like the longest song on the album, right? It's the last song. It's like 6.5 minutes long. And like I don't want to come off like mean or anything, but I feel like I would prefer this song as a instrumental only versus vocals because I don't think the vocals really did anything. I rather just listen to the instrumentals. The instrumentals are actually really nice and I enjoy it, but just for some the connection between like the girls singing and the song didn't really vibe with me as much as I would.
For me, Discovery is kind of like it's an amalgamation of the entire album. Is how I feel. I think it's a nice close to the album because it's like I feel like you can get a piece of every other song on the album. I feel like there's a piece of each of those songs on this track, and that might be why it's as long as it is and why it closes out the album. Because I feel like if you listen to this track, you get all those little pieces here and there. You get the recorder, and you get the rock sound, and you get like the EDM vibes here and there.
But where's my Celtic?
I was gonna say there's no Celtic accordion. Maybe that's the only one left out, really.
That was
But
left on the cutting room floor.
But when I was listening to Discovery, it gave me vibes of like if you ever watch like a concert Blu-ray and they always have the credits at the end. Like this is a song that would be playing at the end, you know.
Like I said, this is why I think it'd be better for me personally. It'd be better just as an instrumental. If they didn't girls didn't sing, I can just appreciate the instrumentals. That's kind of like why I feel.
I know their last album, right? Avalon, or their first album, Avalon, had an instrumental version released, and then so did Atmosphere, right? One of is it their newer album?
this was their last album, so
Okay, what is Atmosphere then? Regardless, it's remixes. Okay, anyways, I would have liked an instrumental version of Discovery, like the album, quite a bit. You know, I mean, maybe some songs more than others, but it is really like the instrumentals are really good in this. It's like I feel like, you know, not to say anything bad about the idols themselves, like the girls or anything like that, but man, I feel like the you know, like it's so listenable, right? Just like the vibes, bro.
say what's left. Allow
Zion?
and
Zion. Yeah, we love an intro song, all right? I love an intro song, dude. Oof. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I wish more albums would use it, you know, really get you in the mood for the song or for the album before you listen to the whole thing. And then the build up on it is just real nice.
I like the split between like having it very tranquil in the beginning and then just gets you started towards the back half of like the song with like the driving sound to start the album off right. I really enjoyed that. It's like, oh, take it slow, then just start building momentum up. I really enjoyed that a lot.
All right, and how about the next one? Sign.
I think the next one would be Allow.
Yeah, Allow.
I really liked Allow. It's it's a fun piano driven power pop song. I mean, it's not. There's no frills about it. It's fun. It's for me. It's nothing like to write home about. Because I hear a lot of piano driven power pop, but it's also well done as what that is. So I think the bass is really nice and funky. The piano is nicely layered in there. You can kind of lose it here and there, but somehow you still feel it driving the song forward. And I think it's fun.
There's a nice amount of like kind of like variation in like the chords and stuff like that, where it doesn't fall into like the lazy pop punk out kind of sound, like yeah, definitely. I don't know. It makes me think of like a '90s teen movie in the best way.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That's a good comparison.
Well, Tron, you said it's one of your
top 3. Yeah. I think it goes. Yeah, I think it's very orthodox. So maybe it might be too much something that like RJ listens to a lot. Maybe kind of like is like lost in the mix, but like I eat that shit up. I know I like it.
It's not bad at all. I think it's good. It's just one of those things. It's just kind of there for me.
And I enjoy like the quick breakdowns. If I remember correctly, like there had these quick like just guitar, piano, like breakdowns towards the end of the song, which I really enjoyed. But yeah, one of the better choruses, very catchy for me. Yeah, really good. And then I think what's left is just Magic. If I'm looking at it.
What do you guys feel about Magic?
Very hype intro, if I remember. I mean, there's a lot of good like songs that have like really strong intros that like it just gets me pumped to listen to the song.
Yeah, this one starts with like the chorus pedal with the guitar.
Yeah, the intro has this slight reverb on the guitar. It's kind of high and tight, like a military haircut. It's just it's just kind of there. Like it is a good intro, and then the fuller instrumentation just kind of comes in strong, like in the mid verse, like do a few bars of that high tight reverb guitar, and then the rest of the instrumentation just comes in. I feel like I shouldn't say you guys wouldn't like it, but I was wondering how you guys would feel about it, because this is the song that towards the last third just gets real thrash, real heavy.
I enjoyed it. I wish it went a little harder, in fact.
Oh man.
Josh trying to like mosh, he's like,
look, I was like, just give me like a little bit more. Give me a little bit more, but I still enjoyed it.
It's an interesting point because like if you remove Nana and move it towards the back half of the album, like the middle part of the album is just very hype and it's really starting with Caravan and moving all the way down to Magic. I think it's just like I would say if you move Nana and switch it with Rising, very strong middle part of the album. I mean, just lots of good high energy, which is what I'm looking at when I listen to an album. So yeah, they've been very, very good, very strong song.
One of the things I felt with Magic, I'm gonna throw out another band you guys probably don't know, is remind me of kind of Zazen Boys, Mukai Shitoku type stuff, where you do have kind of this this overall feel to a song, but it'll change up a lot within it. I don't know if anyone else like in the comments or anything can throw that out there too, but and so like when it gets super heavy towards the end, I feel like it's even more evident of this kind of stylistic imitation of maybe something they were just throwing out there as a whatever not tribute, but you know what I'm saying, homage, or they just did whatever they wanted to do. But
that's all the songs. All right, should we go into our scores?
All right, well, I'm gonna give this album a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I just found it overall to be very, very enjoyable. It's definitely a song, like an album I recommend. I wish there were more. You know what? I'm gonna run that back real quick. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry, boy.
Changed his own mind.
Yeah. I was gonna say I wish that there were more songs that stood out to me, but Caravan stood out so hard. I feel like it's gonna bump it up to an 8.
Caravan on its own brought this up.
Because there's no, at least, okay, I get it. I don't know every Idol song in the world. But man, where else am I going to find this in the JPop Idol world, right? That alone makes it like such a unique album that it's like not just a good recommend, it is a strong recommend, and that's why I'm gonna give it an 8. Dude. Everything else is solid. It's solid. There's no real song I dislike. Like I said, Jubilee was my least favorite, but that's only because of that weird sound. But if you look past that, it's a good song. So like the whole album is just really good. But then Caravan, ooh.
If this was a more popular series and channel, our comments would be flooded with Celtic fucking punk songs by Japanese idols.
Yeah, probably.
After Jimmy said that, we're like, oh, well, let me show you where you can find it, Jimmy.
So you bring that back to a 7 then, because look at all these.
Right, look at all these, Jimmy.
Let's go ahead and bring that, because I want to listen more to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully.
So similar to Jimmy's reasoning, why he did a little change to his scoring, I also was sitting at a 6. But after thinking about it and hearing Jimmy's passionate plea to raise it up higher for Caravan, I'm giving this album a 7 out of 10. I think Caravan is legit bigger. Like I can't really stress enough, and I'm really 100% behind what Jimmy's saying, because this is such a unique song and it just hits in so many levels and very unique. I've never heard like Celtic pop, from a song like this before in the idol world. So I really enjoyed it.
Here they come, dude. Here they come.
They're coming in the comments. Overall, holistically for the album itself, I think there's some really strong songs and a couple of songs that kind of felt a little disconnected towards the end, like Eve and Discovery. That kind of really was a little underwhelming for my taste. But overall, very pleasantly surprised by the group. Kind of sucks that they're disbanded. Like I said, Caravan, what a banger. 7 out of 10.
All right, so Boy always wants me to say the score first. I'm gonna give this 8 out of 10. Overall, I think the album's sound works really well, especially for people who are into maybe more of the indie alternative rock scene, which I am. If you guys know me at all, that's the shit I listen to. So it's really reminiscent of a lot of the bands that I'm already a big fan of. I already threw some out there like Straight Nerves, Hazen Boys, Bukai Shitoku, things like that. Piano power pop and stuff like that. I listen to that stuff on the reg, so to hear an album that mixes that with idols is always going to work for me, especially when it's done well, which the other guys have said as well that it's done well, so it's not just me. I also feel like and something we didn't bring up during the discussion, but everything's really practical for the most part, so I feel like this could easily be performed with a live band if it wasn't like it's almost like it was written for a band too. Like, oh yeah, man, let's perform this. And while I did get to catch them at a festival, I don't remember them having a band, unfortunately. But I don't know. Maybe out in their normal touring life, they do have a band, which would be really cool. To see, can you just imagine the fucking Celtic punk song just going off with the live band, dude? Ooh.
No, I can't, dude. I'd go ham. I'd go ham in that circle, dude.
You're really like thrashing around. Everybody's like just trying to do chants and everything.
Where did Jimmy get all of that denim?
Yeah. Jimmy, why do you reek of Guinness? Oh my God, what's going on here?
But anyway, so I really do enjoy that. I mean, I was a fan of the group already coming into this. So they were always probably going to get a decent score from me. Jubilee, it was Jimmy's least favorite song. It's probably on the lower end for me too, but like he said, even then, it's still a good song. It's just it just falls to that. There's 11 tracks on the song. Something's got to be 11th or 10th or anything like that. So, but overall, I really enjoy it. So, 8 out of 10.
Now my score is going to be. This was tough to decide, but after listening to the albums a couple of times, I feel like I grew to like it a little bit more. So for me, this is a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Caravan was that good, huh?
Josh's
Caravan was that good.
Yeah,
Josh is such a wild
Caravan
card.
is really good.
There you go.
I feel like Josh is such a wild card on his scores. Like sometimes I'm like, oh man, I don't think Josh is gonna give it a good score. And then it's oh shit.
He's like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this album, guys. It just some of it was good, some of it wasn't different. 9 out of 10.
Best singers ever is 4 out of 10. No, yeah, I really enjoy this. I was like, when I first played it, I liked just going through a first listen, just like in the background. I paid attention until 7, then I kind of started losing it a little bit magic. Like I said, I wanted to go a little bit harder into the style. But then after re-listening to it again and going through, I feel like going through one by one, you can really hear the differences in the sound. And it has some fluidity, but sometimes it doesn't. And I think that's part of what the group is. Like if you listen to all their songs, there's a lot of variety in them. There's a lot of like, there's this kind of tone in the beginning, and then the second half, it changes to this other tone. And that's something that I really like in my music or even idol music that has variety in it, and it kind of turns your expectations a little bit. And I mean, they have solid musicians, solid singers, and everything just like lined up for me, and I could just listen to it. I've been listening to this all week, just like on repeat. That's how much I like it. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then with all that together, that is a solid 8 out of 10.
Hey,
Well deserved. That is like a super recommendation.
go listen to Caravan. All right.
Yeah, go listen
Yeah, I want you to
to Caravan.
get
That is
drunk
our
and body.
recommendation.
Can we outro this Caravan? I know, boy, if you want to outro this song with just the usual, and just, can you just outro with Caravan?
He's gonna put up something like no or something. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe to watch future album discussions, and let us know your opinions about this album. If you liked it, if you disliked it, maybe the sound wasn't for you, maybe this sound is totally for you, maybe you like Caravan, maybe you don't, which I don't know who would. But leave it down in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.